the mentorship in the movie. And we always go back to it and go back to it and go back to those conversations until the end. You're gonna have to watch to see what happens at the very end with these guys. Again, we'll talk about some of the other things you mentioned, Josh. Did you get some of that from the conversations between the cops? Did you get any of that truth?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed that part of it a lot. And I remember what the scene, which in the locker room, I think it was, that one of the conversations, it really had an impact on me. And it reminded me of myself being young and eager and just wanting to help, wanting to serve, wanting to jump in and wanting to go fast. And then always having that person in my life, because I've always had someone there. Now, of course, some of those people were pushing me to do the crazy stuff, but nonetheless, like the mentors in my life, they've always tried to come in and slow me down, get the foundation, get the basics down first before you take off. And if you don't have the foundation right, you've got nothing to launch off of. So that was a real impact on me, because we're building a foundation of truth and doing the things the right way, because it only takes one time of doing the wrong thing to do another wrong thing. It gets easier and easier. It's like the cheater. I was a chronic cheater in my life, and not now, but I was. But I got to tell you, the first time I cheated, I was sick to my stomach and life was so bad. But that got less and less each time. Eventually it was like, just give me an iced tea. It was like the same equivalent. It had the same impact on me. Give me an iced tea and cheating. But that's what happens. And that's what happens with cops. It happens with preachers. They get a little greedy, take a little extra from the offering plate. And there's a lot of examples I can go into. But having that mentor there when you're a baby, when you're new, and you're starting, to have someone help guide you and do it the right way is important. And not to go back to this, Henning, but I have to. If I didn't learn what I learned from you when I learned it, I could have been one of those. Mind you, I had part of my story in LA is that tragic Hollywood story, but I have a pretty good rebirth story of Hollywood too. But if I hadn't met you and saw how you were on set, saw how you brought the tribe together and put the team together, how you enrolled people into the vision, I didn't see all that, I guarantee you my experience would have been much different, because you helped me set a standard of which to operate in. And I really do appreciate that.
Hey, you're welcome. And it's 100% from the heart, and it's intentional. It's intentional, Josh, it's intentional. There's a perception that people have, true or not true, about what a movie set looks like and how a movie set feels. Yes. And I've been on a lot of TV sets and a lot of very high level, intense events where people they're stressed and they're only stressed because they want to do a good job. It's not, if you're in a tense situation, it's because people care so much about it. And fortunately for me, Josh you were part of Romancery and Rebelistic, the first two movies that I made. And I didn't direct those movies. And I didn't direct those movies on purpose, because I wanted to spend more time with the actors, more time with the crew, more time with the dialogue, more time with getting the scenario proper versus trying to learn how to direct a movie, which is a discipline in and of itself, right? So in bringing these young directors, and you met both of my directors, they're both in their 20s, and now they're a little older. They're both in their 20s. One was only 23, I think, and to get somebody half your age to be in charge of a feature film, that's a big deal. But it comes with the recruitment, and again, having people buy into the vision of what you're creating, the inspirational, motivational nature of what we're doing, the truth telling that we are engaged in. At the end of the rainbow, you want to leave somebody better than you found them.